Hello everybody, welcome to another edition of Sector 5. I am your host, as always, Cody, the Hangman Heinzman. And today, with SmackDown over, Battleground here on Sunday, time to do the Battleground pay-per-view predictions. Let's get this started with the pre-show. We have the show-off, Dolph Ziggler versus Mr. Money in the Bank, Damien Sandow. Now, why they chose those two to face, I don't know. My opinion, I'm looking at it, I can see Ziggler winning it. It seems like they're trying to give Ziggler a little bit of a push again and everything, so making him face against Mr. Money in the Bank could lead to a potential World Heavyweight Championship match here in the future. I don't know. But I'm seeing Dolph Ziggler going in and taking the match. Is it going to be a competitive match? Yes, it's going to be a back and forth type match. But I see Ziggler winning it. On to the next match I have here on the list. Kofi Kingston versus Bray Wyatt. Whatever's going on with Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family and Kofi Kingston, who knows? It's just a new thing that's kind of happening. By the way it sounds, Bray Wyatt's working with Triple H and them and trying to get out Kofi Kingston for speaking up. So, do I believe Kofi's gonna win? I see Kofi possibly taking the win. But there's also the factor of the Wyatt family, the other two people on the outside. So Kofi may end up meeting Sister Abigail and losing the match. And that match it's an iffy one. Of course, I'm rooting for Kofi. Always gonna root for Kofi. I'm part of the Boom Squad. I have to root for Kofi. But I'm seeing it as a 60-40 chance. Yes, I'm putting the 60 towards Bray Wyatt and all that. Only because I think it's part of a storyline or something. So that's the end of that one. Next, we have AJ versus Brie Bella for the Divas Championship. Current champion, AJ. I feel like AJ's gonna keep the title. Am I for the Bella Twins again? Not really. They still are these arrogant people. And AJ is just crazy. So trying to choose between those two, I'm just going to go with what I think is going to happen. I think AJ's going to keep it. Because Tamina's going to be there on the outside. And with Nikki Bella not being able to compete as of right now because of her knee injuries, and she's just there, either Tamina's going to target Nikki, which will distract Brie, or something's going to happen. So, I'm thinking AJ's going to keep the title. I don't want her to. Am I saying I want Brie to be champion either? Not really. Not too many people in the Divas division that I support anymore. I have 4, I think, with Natalya, Caitlyn, Cameron, and Naomi. I think those are the only 4 divas that I still support. So, that's my opinion. That's what I think is going to happen at Battleground between those two. Um, Next up, we have Curtis Axel versus R-Truth for the Intercontinental Championship. It's a toughie. This is another one of those tough ones to think. I want R-Truth to come out with the title. But with this whole CM Punk rivalry with Paul Heyman, I think that they want to keep Curtis Axel as champion. Maybe not putting CM Punk up for the Intercontinental title. I don't see that ever happening. But I think they want Paul Heyman to have a guy with the title. So, if I were to put a percentage to this one, I'd say 70-30 towards Curtis Axel. I truly believe he'll probably keep it. R-Truth will put up a good fight and everything, but I feel like Ryback may get involved, or Paul Heyman possibly. So yeah, I'm thinking this is still going to be Curtis Axel's. So we're on to the next match of the night, one of the most controversial matches. We have Cody Rhodes and Goldust versus Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns of The Shield. It's pretty much a lose-lose situation for Goldust and Cody Rhodes. It's supposed to be a win-lose situation, but in the way I'm looking at it, it's a lose-lose. Because if they win, they can return to the WWE, where they're probably going to end up having to face people, or something will happen to where they'll be put in a match where their job's up on the line again. Which goes to the point that if they lose, they can't work in the WWE ever again, and their father, Dusty Rhodes, loses his job as a trainee for new and uprising superstars. So, no repercussions for the Shield. That's why it's a lose-lose situation for Cody Rhodes and Goldust. Without even going into my predictions about this, I've talked about this for a good while. And I don't know what to look at. I mean, you got on one side the tag team champions, and on the other side you've got Cody Rhodes and Goldust, who are brothers, and both have really never amounted to much in their WWE career. Both have been Intercontinental Champions, and Goldust has held the Tag Team Championship. So, you have to wonder if they can take out this tag team that's so unified. And the odds are really, really stacked against them. And the fact that their father is going to be sitting on the outside, we got to put in the factor of Dean Ambrose. Will he come out and mess with their father? Will there be a distraction? Will the Shield try and disqualify the Road family? odds are stacked against the Rose. And I don't see it. It better go to unemployment line. I don't see it happening. So, yes, I am saying the Shield for this one. That's just the way I'm putting it. Next, we have Alberto Del Rio versus Rob Van Dam for the World Heavyweight Championship in a hardcore rules match. You take the rulebook, throw it out the window. No rules. There's no rules. There's not even one rule. There's none. Just go beat the crap out of them. Basically, Rob Van Dam has the advantage. He has grown up in the ECW era. He's one of the kings of hardcore. You can't go through ECW and not win a hardcore match. Yes, I believe Rob Van Dam is going to end up being World Heavyweight Champion. But there's always a but. Something I had to remember today. Mr. Money in the Bank, Damien Sandow. It's gonna be a long, hardcore match where every single muscle, bone, ounce of strength that these two competitors, Del Rio and Rob Van Dam, will be put to the test. And the winner isn't gonna be in much condition to want to fight. And as Sandow said, what better chance to cash in than after a hardcore match? Now, yes, Damien Sandow is in a match against Dolph Ziggler, but that is at the beginning, before Battleground really begins. So, he's gonna have time to rest. And knowing this match has gotta be towards the end. It's not gonna be main event, but it's gotta be towards the end. There's a good chance that Sandow will leave holding the World Heavyweight Championship. Then again, there's the chance that since it's a hardcore match, Damien Sandow will try to come in and he'll get hit with a trash can or crutches or a table or ladders or the World Heavyweight Championship. I mean, all these toys, objects, weapons are going to be around the ring by the time Damien Sandow is going to want to try and cash in. Heck, he might even get hit in the head with the Money in the Bank briefcase that he has. Rob Van Dam. That's I'm ending it there. On that note. Then, getting off of that one, we have CM Punk, best in the world, versus Ryback. So Punk's gonna get Ryback one-on-one. Punk has been through a lot of battles, a lot of fights.
Stay tuned for part 2.